All right, my friends, welcome back to the Life Channel. I am super excited to talk about this topic today. Today, we're going to talk about what it looks like to master anything. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're in business, if you're looking to acquire a new skill set, we're going to talk about what it looks like to master anything. You have to intentionally see it, hear it, engage it, and do it. See it, hear it, engage it, and do it. I was doing a men's Bible study last week, actually, and we were reading out of Romans 15:4, where Paul says, for whichever was written aforetime was written for our learning, that we through the patience and the comfort of the scripture may have hope. And when I saw learning, I had been stuck on this learning piece, and learning had then took me to mastery. And I want to talk about today the 4 different aspects of learning styles. 4 different aspects of learning styles and how that indeed corresponds or collaborates, if you will, with mastery. Okay? The first one is to be able to visualize, right? To be able to see. I'm reading this book now by John Hope Bryant called Financial Literacy for All, and I caught this amazing revelation. This revelation that I had seen time and time again, but after reading this book, I really got more concrete understanding in it. And so John Hope Bryant has built this incredible business, this incredible nonprofit. I want to say his business either does $72 million a year, does roughly around $72 million in gross revenue per year. And this is a man who was once homeless. So he was homeless, and then now his company is generating $72 million a year. Well, how do you generate $72 million a year from being homeless? And the one thing that I saw, there's a plethora of other things, but one thing that I want to key in on talking about the visual aspect is him seeing his mom and dad do business as a child. They owned apartment buildings. They owned a laundromat. They owned a child daycare center. And God had just begun to speak to me on how powerful what comes into our eye gates are. Right? Like how powerful this is. Like the thing that you see is what you become. There's an old adage that says, well, how can I be what I never see? Right? And I've heard that time after time again with entrepreneurs and people that have been in business, well, I know I was down, but I saw. See, the reason why I believed that I could buy a home was because my mother bought a home. The reason why another man believes that he could go start a development company may be because he saw someone else start a development company. Now, there's power in proximity, and whether or not that person that you see or saw is directly connected to you, if you see something on television, if you see something in the community, if you see something while you're away in school, that thing has the power to empower and impact your life. And so the thing that I live by, of course, is power in proximity. Who you hang around is who you become. And so being able to see a thing happening feeds the mastery piece. It feeds you. It guides you. It directs you. It matures you. It grows you up. It creates the makeup that you're looking for in mastery to be able to see it. Right? The next piece is the auditory piece. Now, how I'm seeing this is I'm boxed in on 4 corners. I'm boxed in on 4 corners. And the first one here is my visual piece. I have to indeed guard my eye gates and my ear gates and be willing to expose myself to something greater than I can see within me. Okay? If I'm in a situation where I want to grow, where I want to mature, where I feel like there's something greater, I have to now expose myself to something greater. If I didn't have the luxury of having parents or family members or people in the community that were highly successful, I now have to expose myself to those who are highly successful. Okay? Now the next piece is the auditory portion. Oh my goodness, in today's world, we got so much to listen to. We got podcasts, we got sermons, we got personal development coaches. We have people on YouTube. We have so many different aspects that we can plug into. We have audiobooks. All right. We got all types of podcasts. We have music, right? Whether I'm in the shower, whether I'm driving, whether I'm going for a run, whether I'm exercising, I am not forsaking the time that I have available to me to grow. I'm constantly listening to information, constantly listening to worship, constantly feeding myself what I want to lead me. In the last video, I talked about whatever you feed will lead. God shall not be mocked. Whatever a man sows is what he'll reap. Okay, so the thing that you are listening to is the thing that's going to come out of you. There's no other variation for it. There's no other formula for it. Whatever I put inside of me is going to indeed come out of me. And so the more I listen to the thing that I want to become masterful at, the sooner I'll become masterful. The next piece is the reading and the writing portion. Oh my God, the reading and the writing portion. One of my brothers texted me something that I thought was amazing as I was talking about this mastery piece. And we were talking about the power. Of course, a lot of us take notes by way of the notes on our phone, or we're typing the notes on our computers. But my brother texted me, the hand is a digital recorder of the mind. The hand is the digital recorder of the mind. There's something special that happens when I write down the thing that I'm thinking. There's this divine relationship that's happening as I'm thinking about the thing and then writing the thing down. The next aspect that's tied in or intertwined in is the reading piece. When I'm reading and writing and reading and writing and reading and writing and reading and writing and reading and writing, that thing, that piece of information gets embedded inside of me. Okay, so again, I'm talking about being boxed in to mastery. The first one is the ability to see, the visual aspect. The second aspect on the learning piece is the auditory portion. What I'm hearing, what I'm taking in. The third aspect, we're talking about being able to engage the content or context. Okay? Engaging, right? I'm reading, I'm writing. I'm reading, I'm writing, I'm reading, I'm writing, I'm reading and I'm writing, and I'm reading and I'm writing it, and I'm reading it and I'm writing it, and I'm reading it and I'm writing it. Okay? I'm boxing myself in to a deeper understanding. The last portion that we have is the ability to do. Okay? Now, oh my goodness. There are so many people that have information and knowledge. Information and knowledge it does have a value. There is a premium on it. But I like to say if you don't have revelation with the information, then you're stuck. Because information is all over the place now. There's really not a lack of information. There's a lack of revelation. When I have revelation on the information, I can now do something with it. And so when you begin to think about the different aspects of how, like the kinesthetic piece, right? This is the last portion, the kinesthetic portion, right? So many people say, well, okay, because this person has information that this person is wise. You know, this person is wise. They have info. They got info. They're smart. They talk real cute. They talk sexy. They're wise. Right? I want to give you 3 levels of awareness. Okay? There are 3 levels of awareness. The first one is ignorance, when you absolutely just don't know. You don't know that you don't know. You just don't know. Okay? The second aspect of awareness is being able to tap into the knowledge piece. Okay? This is the piece that everybody is ridiculously excited about. If I got the knowledge, I look smart, I feel smart, I look good, I feel good. Like I know, I am not ignorant. Okay? Now, the next portion or the next stage that we should all be striving to enter into is the phase of wisdom. Because if I have information or I have the knowledge, but I don't have enough wisdom to apply the knowledge, then the knowledge is therefore pointless. See, if I have the answer to the question, but I don't answer the question, that's not wisdom. Wisdom says, since you know this information, now do. Since you know what you're supposed to do, now do. Since you know what you should be eating, now eat. Since you know how many times a day you should work out, then work out. Since you know that you should operate in a perpetual state of peace, be in peace. Since you know how to manage your money now, manage your money. See, this is wisdom pouring in. And that's pouring into the last piece that we're talking about of the kinesthetic piece. If I know it, after I've seen it, after I've heard it, after I've engaged it, now I have to do it. Now, these are 4 different learning styles, but if I'm boxed in by 4 different learning styles, then it now becomes my full and total makeup. I now am in the perpetual state of mastering the thing that I want to master. I can master anything with these tools. Oh my goodness, I'm going to listen to it. I got my worship playing right now. Whether I'm asleep, whether I'm up, whether I'm on a run, whether I'm in a shower, whether I'm doing a YouTube video, I'm allowing this to be embedded inside of my spirit. I'm not giving mediocrity place. I'm not giving the devil place. I'm not giving anything that's downtrodden place in me. I'm my most valuable thing that I'm going to see on earth. Me. So I take me very seriously. I take my mind very seriously. I take my ear gates very seriously. My ear gates are too precious to allow any and everything enter in. Too precious. I have to guard this as if my life depended on it, because it does. My life depends on me. It depends on the thoughts that I think. It depends on the thoughts that I think. It depends on the direction I go. It depends on the thing that I do. And so I'm tapping into all 4 of the different learning styles, because it's ultimately building a monument. It's building a monument of power, of strength, of understanding, and ultimately mastery. So whatever it is that you're doing, if you're trying to study for a test, if you're trying to teach a class, if you're looking to venture out and start your own consulting company or real estate business or car sales business, or you just want to be great, take advantage of all 4. The actual visual piece, the auditory piece, what you listen to, then the piece of engaging, the reading and the writing, and then the last piece is the kinesthetic piece. The kinesthetic piece, the piece that requires you to do. There's a different level of understanding that you have when you actually do it. So ladies and gentlemen, my friends, I love y'all. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for tapping in. This right here is indeed how you master anything. I'll see y'all next time.